Hi, hello, dear junior students. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's start with today's EFL class. For this week, we're going to continue studying pronouns. So last week, we studied about subject and object pronouns. And in today's video, we're going to talk about possessive adjectives and also possessive pronouns that sometimes students confuse these two types of let's say parts of speech, right? So we're going to start with that right now. Let's do a little summary of parts of speech. So first, nouns. We studied a few weeks ago about nouns, and we said that they are the names of persons, places, things, ideas, animals. For example, elephant, Canada, Richard, cat, dog, table, teacher, all those are nouns. Then pronouns are words that replace those nouns. We studied subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, and we have different types of pronouns, and today we're going to mention some of them. And also we studied verbs, verb tenses, like last month. I remember we studied the tenses like present, past, future, future continuous, the perfect tenses, and also verbs. We know they are words that describe actions like run, eat, and there are others that they describe a state of being, like I am a teacher, you are a doctor, right? Then to continue with parts of speech, we have adjectives. And adjectives, they refer or they describe words like nouns or pronouns. For example, beautiful, brave, careful. Okay, we can mention those and more. Then we have adverbs, and these words, they describe a verb, also adjectives, and even another adverb or a whole sentence too, right? For example, carefully, hardly, never. Okay. Then we have prepositions. Now, prepositions are used before a noun, pronoun, or gerund to show time, direction, location, okay, like above, under, in, on, except, near, before. There is a big list of prepositions that you can find in the internet. Then we have conjunctions. Now, conjunctions are words that connect phrases, clauses, or sentences, like and, or, nor, yet. So, and we have others like either, since, before. So there are different types of conjunctions. We're going to talk about that in another video, in another also in another topic. Interjections now are words that they express emotions or feelings, like gosh, oh, ouch. All those are interjections. Finally, articles. Some textbooks, they consider articles as part of speech. And these are used before nouns to modify them, like the, a, and an. The cat, the plane, a cat, an orange, right? So they have their own rules too that we also are going to study that. I hope you are clear with parts of speech in English. Now we're gonna move to possessive adjectives and pronouns. Possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns, they indicate ownership or possession. Now let's look at the different forms that they have. So I have this chart here, and I am showing you here the personal pronouns too, so you can have an idea of the forms that we need to use. For possessive adjectives, they are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. For possessive pronouns, the forms are mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. I'm not going to take too much time to explain this part because this is a review, so I'm sure that you already know these forms. Now, what is the difference between possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns? And the difference is in the function or structure that they have. As I said, possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives, they indicate ownership or possession. They have the same meaning. However, there's a difference. And the difference is in the function or structure that we use. Now let's look at here at the board. So possessive adjectives are followed by a noun. Let's look at this sentence. My shirt is green. So we see that my is the possessive adjective. Then we have a noun that is shirt. Now possessive pronouns, they are not followed by a noun. Actually, they replace a noun. Now let's look at this sentence. The shirt is my shirt. I don't want to repeat. I want to avoid repetition. So in this case, I'm going to replace all this noun and also the possessive adjective that we are using for a possessive pronoun that is mine. Okay, so this is the main difference between the two of them. Now there is something important that I want you to notice, and this is called pronoun agreement. Now we need to know that pronouns, they have to agree with the noun that they refer to. Now let's look at this sentence. It says reports are due today at 5 p.m. Be sure to turn it in on time. Now we see a problem with this sentence, that the pronoun that we are using is not in agreement with the noun. Now the noun in this sentence is reports. If you see, this is in plural. That means that the pronoun has to be in plural too. So here we need to use them. And now we are using this that is very important. Why? Because I have seen that some students, they forget to use the correct pronoun. When they are speaking about a girl, sometimes they use his, and when they're talking about a boy, they use her. So we need to use the correct pronouns. Or when they are speaking in plural, they are using sometimes it, and it is only for objects. We need to use they, right, when we're talking about plural objects. So I want you to be careful with this when you're speaking and also writing. Now let's do a short practice. Choose the correct pronoun. The sentence reads, we bought that house last year. It is. What do you think is the correct pronoun? Ours or our? Let's click on ours. That's correct. The next sentence. I think this is book. She dropped it on the floor. Do you think the correct pronoun is hers or hers? Let's click on her. That's correct. Let's see the next sentence. This phone is. You forgot to take it with you. What do you think is the correct pronoun? Your or yours? Let's click on yours. That's correct. Excellent job, boys and girls. Let's do the next one. This is the last one. Mariam and Jennifer like their or theirs. New teacher. Which do you think is the correct pronoun? Let's click on there. That's correct. Excellent job, boys and girls. Well, after this explanation, you can complete the exercises in your book on pages 573 and 574, exercises 824 and 825. Remember, if you have any questions or doubts about this, you can contact me through WhatsApp or through the platform, and I'll be answering you as soon as possible. Well, this is all for today, dear students. I hope to see you in our soon's class. Please take care, follow the instructions given by the authorities, stay safe, stay at home, and also pray for each other and your families. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.